sometimes it just won't. I don't know.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
I can hear ya.
Hey, how you doing? Long time no see, right? You know, it's been exactly. I'm not doing the math. Whatever. On our play for this week, the 2024 Game Awards has gifted us. Nope, was the gift that kept on giving with a ton of new game announcements. Exactly. Oh, I hear something.
That's you.
Is that me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird. Oh,
Continue.
okay. And Marvel Rivals has gifted the world with frozen Venom cheeks. All this and more on season 8, episode 50 of Press X Start Gamers Digest. We'll get into that. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka. So these Venom cheeks, a new way of marketing Marvel Rivals now. Those are happening.
And did you say they were frozen?
Yeah, they're frozen. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it.
John M.F. Ross.
What does the M&F stand for?
Are we supposed to let these frozen cheeks go, or?
Oh, they're going all by themselves. It's the whole thing. The whole thing. They caked up Venom for some strange reason. This is
Is it on a Thursday afternoon though? Is the sun out?
You know what? Technically, no, because the trailer went live today, so it was a Monday evening. So they just got the whole thing wrong. They don't understand our culture. It's a shame. Well, I know who we are and what we stand for. This is Press X Start Gamers Digest, a video podcast that connects the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We're live every Sunday, except for today and the other times we weren't live on Sunday. When we can make it because life is hard.
But Sunday recording is not easy.
No. Lives are difficult. I almost forgot what we were talking about. Okay, don't forget you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hit the notification bell. One thing about the notification bell, you can actually edit the frequency of the notifications, I believe. So I did get a message from one of our new subscribers. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, check your notification. Wow. This is our garbage. It's their treasure, Sean. It's their treasure. Yes. Yeah. Check your notification settings and see if you can just fix it to do what it's supposed to do. I don't know. YouTube is difficult sometimes, Yeah. But thank you for subscribing. And you, other people who are not subscribing, be like that subscriber. Join us. It's fun. We're fun. We're cool peoples. If you are listening and you just missed all of that, we would appreciate you probably watching us too. That'd be great. But yeah, leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever podcast service you're currently tuned in on. And if you want, you can join our Discord, where you should join our Discord because we are wrapping up our fantasy critic league for this year, and then next year we'll be starting a new league. So if you want to join us, you can, but you got to join our Discord first. And you can join our Discord by going to pressx2start.com/Discord. It'll take you right where you need to go. So maybe, just maybe, you might be able to beat the reigning champion. We'll see. Yeah, Yes, that is us. That is all of the announcements, and that's all of the intro that we need to get into. So let's get into the gaming news with number one. Marvel Rivals is going full Splatoon with a game. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Marvel Rivals is going full Splatoon with a game mode that's all Jeff all the time. This comes to us from Polygon by way of Michael McWhirter. So I'm gonna play the actual trailer. We're gonna get into the whole caked up thing that's happening right now. But eh, if you are a young viewer, I guess avert your eyes a little bit. Eh, I can't control what you see, you know. But yeah. So Marvel Rivals just put out a new trailer for their first, I guess, event of releasing the game, and it's their winter event, and it looks pretty interesting. As the title suggests, they are doing a Splatoon kind of themed event where you play as Jeff, the land shark. Jeff's abilities are to basically swim in the ground like a street shark. If you don't know that what that is, you're
No,
young.
it's okay.
You're very young. But yeah. Jeff can swim through the land like a street shark, and this game mode is actually um, basically Splatoon, where you use Jeff to swim around. You shoot like little snowballs. You shoot like a stream of ice, and you just paint the field with your color. And basically, whoever wins, whoever has the most color on field, wins by the end of the allotted time. So that's
Interesting.
basically how this one's going to go. You know, I think that's a really cool idea. That is something that,
They even zoomed out like Splatoon. Wow.
yeah. It is thing. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the Venom cheeks. Give it a second. Give it a second, because they know exactly what they're doing with their promotion. Look at that. They just focused on it. They just focused on. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Boom. Nope. I missed it. I missed it. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay,
Wait.
okay.
Boom. Like that is pure marketing right there. Why did they do this? They didn't need to do this, but they did it. And you know, I applaud them for not defaulting to the, oh, look at
Not
Magic's chest or
not
something.
shying
Or
away from what's real out in these streets.
yeah, exactly, right? And it's like, you know, some artists spent time on actually my I should go this way, right? I should go up actually. Some artists spent time on doing this thing, and he's like, hey, check it out.
He
Look at
went
all my
around and got opinions on it.
yes.
Went
It
around
had
the
to get
office
signed
and
off.
shit. Yeah.
So yeah, beyond the Venom cheeks, I think the actual like costume, the actual skin looks dope.
Mm.
Next up is Groot. Also looks really cool. I really like how vivid the colors are with their art style that they have with this game as Rocket Raccoon, and it's like, and that's magic right there. And you know, they don't show her cheeks, and it's like, look at them, look at them. They're just crazy. So yeah, I think this is going to be like a pretty. I don't know exactly how long this is supposed to run for, but I think there was enough time between launch
Until the New
and.
Year's.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, true. I'm just gonna let it play out. Yeah, I think this is a really cool thing because the game came out about maybe like 2 weeks ago or so, maybe roughly.
And they already got theme stuff going on.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because I compare this with um Pokemon TCG Card Pocket or whatever
Mhm.
that's called. And it took, I mean, they also do little events, but I feel like at this point now, I don't even open that app anymore. And it's like I'm kind of tired doing the stuff that I'm doing in that game. Whereas like I in Marvel Rivals, like to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I have to play my Gundam dailies today. Let me go do that real quick. And then just go back to
Wow.
Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like it's really crazy that it's grabbed me the way it did. Sort of like how Overwatch, I guess vanilla Overwatch grabbed me when it came out. And it's just like, oh, this is a fun experience. So yeah, I will be playing this. I'll probably be talking more about this next podcast because it'll be out. I'll be able to talk about it and play it and all that good
Mhm.
stuff. Um, so yeah, that is that. Is there anything else that I need to doobie 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 doobie? Nope, nothing else. So that's pretty much that event. So If you are playing Marvel Rivals, I would suggest checking it out. I mean, you would have no chance. You have no choice but to check it out because it'll just be marketed to you on the homepage.
As soon as you turn on the game, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Before we jump into, you know what? No, I'll wait until later to do that stuff. That's going to give you the whole rigmarole about how you need to like and subscribe. But you already know that. You already know that. We got told you at the beginning of the podcast. I'll tell you at the end of the podcast too that you do need to like this video. You do need to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. This is the season of giving. Give us a like. Subscribe, maybe. No, don't maybe. Give us a subscription. Subscription? You know what I'm talking about. Jeez. Number 2, the Game Awards 2024, the biggest announcement, trailers, and
You
reveals.
mean
This
the
comes to
woke
us.
awards?
Whoa. it was we were all woken up by the game of the year, you know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. I'm just saying stuff at this point. Yeah. Is this we're taking from Polygon, but like we watched it, so it's not really taking from Polygon because they watch the same thing. Anyways. All right. The Polygon, they put it together. Let me grab the actual author of this title so I'm not just stealing people's work. Michael McWhorter. Look at that. Same person. Okay. So we both watched the Game Awards. Sean, what was your overall impressions of the awards? And yeah, we can go from there.
Um, I think he did it pretty big for the 10th event. He's slowly but surely legitimizing video games, maybe in the eyes. Well, I'm not gonna say in the eyes of the public because it's preaching to the choir if you're already watching it. But for the guest who he has on there, maybe they tell somebody that they're gonna be on there. Maybe they watch it. Maybe they spread the news. Other people watch it. So slowly but surely it becomes a heralded event that he's trying to make it into.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I I think that Jeff is doing a really good job. Why is this trailer not playing? I think Jeff is doing a really good job with the Game Awards. I mean,
mm,
um this is the 10th anniversary. So this is like their big moment to really shine and really like take up that space and really give us some like really good announcements. Like there was rumors, like I had heard rumors that there was going to be two really big oh shit announcements, and I was just like, okay, this should be interesting because usually when Jeff is winding up to the actual award ceremony, he will
yeah.
be upfront and be like, "Hey, look, we're gonna have pretty cool announcements, but it's not gonna be anything crazy. So
Mm.
don't try to overhype yourself because this is not what we're gonna do here." But this year, he didn't say anything like that. He kept mum about all the stuff he had, and I think going forward now, that's going to be something that people look at and it's just like, okay, well, is Jeff really talking about what he has to show for this award? No. Okay, we should probably start hyping ourselves up just a little bit because we might get something that we didn't expect. And I think in this award show, we got stuff that we did not expect. So we're gonna go through that, but first we could talk about the actual award winners. Was there anyone that was like surprising to you?
As far as winning awards,
Yeah. Or not winning awards.
I mean, it would have been nice if Infinite Wealth won Best RPG, but I mean, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, it was a
Fine.
stacked year. It was a really stacked year for RPGs,
Mm,
especially. Yeah.
I'm just tired of the teenagers, bound to save. I don't even know Metaphor Fantasio, but it's got the usual suspects as far as characters in there.
Yeah.
So the whole stick behind Yakuza is these aren't the beautiful, pretty,
Yeah.
young, destined to save the world kids. I mean, I don't know. They'll
Yeah.
they'll win something someday.
Yeah. And I mean, I think because you also talked about too how like there is definitely that like recency bias kind of thing that happens
Mhm.
just because it's been a whole
Yeah,
year, so people just kind of forget like their feelings and stuff. And again, this has been a really stacked year for RPG. So even after Infinite Wealth came out, Final Fantasy Seven Rebirth came out, and like
mm.
that's a Final Fantasy Seven game. So that just kind of started that wave of just like, oh crap, this is crazy. And then I think after that,
It just kept
we
on
got
snowballing.
we got, like, Persona 3 Reloaded, and then we got,
Slept on that.
um It's Persona. We got Elden Ring, that DLC, and then we got
Mhm.
Metaphor Repantasio, and it's just like crazy year. But it got nominated, so I think that's also awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to be in the same conversation with other games.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
exactly.
they'll take
Like,
what they can get. They don't do it for the awards. They do it for the fans. So, I mean, it's fine.
exactly, yeah. And that game is selling well too, so it's just like
Mhm.
they're not even really worried about like any negatives from not winning an award.
Their
I
sales
mean,
never rested on or relied on rewards. So,
exactly, exactly. Like, for me, I, there was nothing really surprising because, like, we did our predictions, and I felt
mhm.
like we were pretty good with like getting most
Spot
of
on
them.
for a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might have missed like one or two. I think the only thing that I know I got wrong was the music because I
Mhm.
was going heavily off of Metaphor Fantasia, where you were just like, I'm pretty sure like Final Fantasy is gonna win, and Final Fantasy won. It's just like that makes sense. It's Final Fantasy music. That music is like a mainstay for people who like video game music. So I get that. Can you hear my dish or my dryer? Like the music for my dryer?
Heard a diddly diddly doo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
sound like
yeah,
you
yeah.
got a
They got a
got a
ringtone.
leprechaun. You got a leprechaun in your house. Is
Right.
that offensive?
Um, I don't I don't know. Wait, I don't know. I
I'm
really don't
sorry.
know.
Sorry, the leprechaun people I may have offended.
We did so well getting through the years. But
It
yeah,
is what it is.
in terms of awards, I think the one that was really nice to see was that Astro won Game of the Year, and it's
Mhm.
like I feel like, yeah, I would have been fine if Astro won Game of the Year or if Balacho won Game of the Year, just because it's like that's a one man person who basically just did this game that blew up and was pretty much like the game that a lot of people was talking about.
So he did all the programming, but he had a help doing a few things, like, apparently
He
the
had help.
soundtrack was made off of he contracted someone on Fiverr to make the soundtrack. But, I mean,
Okay,
most of the programming was him.
hey, hey, no, that's what's up. I was on Fiverr at one point in my life, so I get it. Fiverr's pretty cool.
Mm.
Well, that's different. That's a different thing. But so yeah, I think overall, I enjoyed the Game Awards. I thought it was a really good showing. I thought Jeff Keighley did a really good job.
Yeah.
I I guess we can. Nah, we can talk about the game reveals. Okay, so this first trailer that I was going to bring up is it's working now. Why wasn't it working before? So yeah, Jeff Keighley had a bunch of crazy announcements to show. And I think one of the crazier announcements, probably the craziest announcement, and this is just not showing up again. Give me a second. Okay, spoiler. It was Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. That is Naughty Dog's newest game that they are putting out. I'm going to play the trailer, but Sean, what was your impressions of the actual trailer when we saw it live?
I like space. I like space things.
I like space.
And it I'm not gonna say it reminded me of Returnal, but
Mm.
as far as, like, initial aesthetic, because Celine isn't conventionally you know what? No, 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 no. They're regular attractive. They're just a middle-aged woman, and you don't typically see that, as the main character in a game. But I mean, I saw that when it was first announced, and I was like, "Oh, I'm all over that when it comes out," and I got that game. I haven't played a Naughty Dog game that has disappointed me yet, so, I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully, we don't have to wait too long. Like, they didn't announce this too far in advance. Like, I'm hoping at max we have to wait a year and a half.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely. I think they didn't put a release date on this, but I am hoping that
Yeah,
this
they don't
isn't a
wanna promise us
2026
anything.
game. Exactly. Like I think it'd be crazy if it was a 2025 game and they're just like, we know that this game is ready, but we're just not putting a date because we don't know when GTA
Wouldn't
6 is
release it
gonna
in
launch.
2025. It's not gonna, 2025 is GTA's year. It doesn't matter when you release.
I mean, that's also true too. Like you're not wrong with that. So I was trying to play this. Oh my god, it
Yeah.
wants me to verify my age to make sure that I am not a youngin watching this video.
Drake wants
Okay,
to make
young.
sure that you're old enough to watch this video.
Oh my goodness, you gotta love it. You gotta love YouTube just doing the things. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna be dealt. I'm not gonna deal with this. Yeah, so we're not gonna watch the trailer here. We're gonna watch trailer for other stuff though. So I apologize, people who are really looking forward to watching the trailer with us as we talk about the heretic prophet or whatever. Okay, there was an interview
Mhm.
for from Naughty Dog, specifically Neil Druckmann, about this game, and one thing that he mentioned was that he was inspired by Akira and Cowboy Bebop when creating or working on this game.
Mm.
Also to note, the game it started production in 2020, so they are on their
Mm.
fifth year of this game. Um, Also to note, it is very possible that the game didn't it could have had, like, restarts or something or, like, it could have been
Yeah.
started over a couple of times, so it's not
We
like
won't know that until it releases.
yeah, exactly, like, it could be a thing of, like, this is actually a 2026, 2027 game, but they're just showing to us early just to have something to show, so we don't really know. The idea behind this game is that
I believe it has
I'm
something to
looking
do with
for it.
religion and, institutionalized power,
Yeah.
if I read correct.
So the the main character, her name is Jordan Munn. Yes. So as for casting, the game's lead for this space adventure, bounty hunter Jordan Munn, Druckmann went with Uncharted movie villain and chilling adventures of Sabrina star Tati Gabrielli. I think that's how
Oh,
you
she was
pronounce her
in an
last name.
Uncharted movie? Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
remember that now
Mm-hmm.
too. She's also played the librarian in the Netflix show You.
Yes. Yeah. And then
Mm.
I saw her from the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Like that's where the first place I saw her. I was like, oh, this like she played like a villain in that as well, but like she was really cool. She had like a whole character turn, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, as you said, like the whole idea is like she is she's strand she's like stranded on this galaxy and she's trying to get out, but no one has gotten out in like I guess 600 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Some crazy thing. I can't find the exact line. But basically, she is searching for um this person and it seems to be what's his name? Kumail Nanjiani. I think how you pronounce his name as
So,
Colin Graves.
yeah. So people who have broken down the trailer, it looks like she was in a gang of, like, 5 or 6 people, and he was also in that gang with her.
Oh.
And who knows why the gang broke up, but it looked like
Mhm.
people are speculating that she's hunting down everybody who was in the gang with her or in this group with her.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay, okay, that's cool. And then another thing to note is that in the trailer they show it seems like it's so the idea is that the in terms of the technology,
Mm.
it was
Retro-futuristic.
yeah, so a new game set in an alternative universe with advanced space travel being developed by 1986. So that's why you have like a bunch of CDs that she has access to. Um, that's why I guess that's going to be the aesthetic that they're going to be pushing for in this game, which I think is cool. It's going to be like that kind of like 90s vibes kind of thing. It works, so and it's again, this is Naughty Dog, so they definitely can make that work and make that like effective. Um, Other than that, I think the last thing that I wanted to point out for this, actually, two things. One is like the sword looks like it's going to be like has like an equalizer effect on the blade. It's like a red like lightsaber blade kind of thing. I am wondering if music is going to be a even more important part of the game, like in terms of maybe
Hmm,
the mechanics or something.
never thought of that.
Don't know. Yeah, and then the other thing too is that the internet is weird, and there's the whole thing about, oh my god, we're gonna have to play it with another woman. Not gonna deal with that. People are dumb. Whatever. The other thing is that people are just like, can Naughty Dog make in like an action adventure game? And I'm like, did y'all not
And what
play?
Uncharted is, basically?
Yeah, Uncharted, even Last of Us, like Last of Us 2. The combat in Last of Us 2 is very good. And it's just like you could just take that out and put that into like any other game. It's just like, okay, the game is good to go now. So it's just like I'm not worried about any aspect of this game at all.
Yeah.
I think this is a really cool game, and I am really excited for this. Whenever we get it, hopefully it's hopefully it's next year. But if it's not, that's fine.
Yeah.
Um, back to what I was trying to do. Okay, so I am going to get this to work this time. No
He was
problem.
not gonna comment on her looking like a man, DJ.
Oh my gosh. No, I think she looks great. I think she looks great. Um, okay, can I go to the next thing? Can I just go to the next YouTube? YouTube, you're really making this difficult. Oh my gosh, you're making this so difficult. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna do this the hard way because I set up this whole playlist thing and I thought, hey, look, this would be a great idea to speed things up. And guess what?
Mhm.
It didn't work.
Good for you.
Now this is saying I need to put my oh my gosh. This is a pain. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, the next we're gonna talk about is The Witcher 4. Marcus, do the thing, please. What was your thoughts on The Witcher 4?
I'm happy for all of those who are anticipating it. It ain't for
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh man. So yeah, I am super super excited for The Witcher 4. I love The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 was the only Witcher game that I played. I did not beat The Witcher 3 because that was a very like long game and I think I jumped to some other game. I was like, I'll be back. I never went back. But I think I got more than halfway through the game. Um
I got to I was supposed to be getting some beast that was, like, terrorizing the area,
okay. Did you do the
which is
oh my god, I cannot deal with this. We watched games and stuff with blood and everything, and then like
yeah.
this one is like, oh, this is oh my god,
Mhm.
yeah, um, yeah. Uh, so The Witcher 4 is going to be the main character is going to be Ciri.
Yeah,
And of course, again, oh, a woman is leading this. I can't stand this. Why is this happening? Woke, 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 woke. Again, it's like, oh, so you just didn't play The Witcher at all. You could even watch the Netflix show to know who Siri is and why she's important. Like, like Siri is a main part of Witcher 3. Like, you are instructing her on becoming a Witcher essentially in Witcher 3, and you can have a bunch of stuff that happened to her through that game. It's like, oh, you just didn't play the game. Like that's all
yeah,
it is. But yeah, in The Witcher 4, the actual trailer, it is basically showing her being a Witcher, but being a Witcher in a different light. In that, oh, thank God, IGN, I appreciate you so
right.
much.
I think
Thank
it was the first prologue mission, The Beast of the White Orchard. That's as far as I got, and I was just like, "Nah."
Oh, oh, okay. So what was it that like kind of set you off?
I don't know if it was the interface or is just too
Okay.
much to do.
Yeah.
Some open world games just throw too and by the time I got to it, this is after, like, Blood and Wine is out and all that stuff, so this is just
Oh, okay. This is
a
afterwards.
massive amount of things to do, and it's just like, "I'm good."
I get you. I get you. Yeah.
No,
Um,
that's for that.
I can get that because like at that point you're kind of past the whole like Witcher
The
hype or
hype.
whatever. So you're just kind of not even returning, but you're going to it after the fact, and you're just like, okay, well, this is just a game, and
Yeah.
I get that. So yeah, so in the trailer we have Siri actually being a Witcher, and she is a bit of a different Witcher from Geralt that we're used to because at the point where we're playing him in Witcher 3, I'm not gonna talk about Witcher 1 and 2 because I didn't play those. Okay, I understand they exist, but yeah.
Don't even
When we're
try.
playing with Geralt,
Those are rough to return to, I heard.
yeah. He's much older. He's done this for a very long time, and he's sort of dead inside in terms of like dealing with these people and whatever BS that they have. He's just there for
Mhm.
the contract, kill the monster, whatever, get the money and get out essentially. Whereas Ciri's a little different, where she is younger and she has more invested into this. So the extra trailer we have is essentially showing this girl who is being set up as a human sacrifice for the town to ensure they get through the next season. And that's like the typical town stuff that we see in terms of, oh my gosh, we have to appease the gods or whatever. And Siri is just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I got to make sure she doesn't die because that's my contract. So how long is this is a long trailer, so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. So we have the first instance of Siri. She's a little older. She looks really cool. I like her outfit. I like the fact that she has her double swords as Geralt did. That's a Witcher thing. I think the one thing or the couple things that they really show that is interesting in this trailer is how she is a sorcerer. So she has access
Mhm.
to magic that Geralt had just he could touch magic essentially. He can do like magical things, but
Yeah.
he didn't really have access to it like Ciri does. Um so when she is presented with the monster, let's skip ahead a little bit. The actual monster fight, she is able to like she has like a whip chain, and she throws the chain on the monster and she lights the chain on fire, and like that's like a dope combo. And then later on in the fight, she like pulls the sword to her, or no, she like pulls water from the ground like magically and then shoots it at the monster and then like hits a lightning attack on the monster and like just fries it. And it's like I'm really hoping that this is showing us that there are like elemental systems you can play with in the game, because I think The Witcher 3, although that combo was great at the time, you could just button mash your way through that game and not worry about the potions, barely worry
I
about the
mean, I'm
magic,
sure
and
you
just
could probably do that with this, it's just gonna be harder.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I'm hoping that there are, because there are some learnings from Cyberpunk 2077 that they are taking from that into this. So I'm hoping that it's going to be like more like a bit heavier on the systems, and like you can set up disadvantages for the monsters you're fighting, and like, oh, throw water on them and then hit them with lightning, it does even more damage kind of thing. So yeah, and this is the chain with the fire. Yeah, I think this is a really cool trailer. Um, I just hope that they don't release this game in the same state that they released Cyberpunk 2077, because I will be even more disappointed with such a great
Nah,
trailer. Yeah,
I
they're
don't
not
think they're
going to.
gonna try to throw away the goodwill again like that,
Yeah,
like, people are
yeah,
gonna give them a chance.
hmm
We'll see.
yeah. They have apparently fixed their internal structure where it's a bit more collaborative than it was when they were working with Cyberpunk. And then Siri comes back and she finds that the village just killed the girl that she saved, and it's like, man, I can't. She probably not gonna get any money from this contract, which sucks. Um, so yeah, let's jump into the next game. The next game we are going to talk about is RGG Studios Project Century. Um, I'm just gonna so go. You go ahead. I'm gonna grab this video.
I'm
Tell us.
excited. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm actually
So,
really excited for this.
when it came on, I originally thought this was Mafia Old Country. I thought this was gonna be old Japanese country. Um,
Mhm. That
and
would
then
be
they started to get
crazy.
busy in the streets, attacking this man who, whoever was controlling him was getting their ass whooped. Like, I don't know if that was intentional. 'Cause, I mean, you can make a game, that doesn't mean you're actually good at the game,
That's true.
but this is their first. major game outside of the Yakuza franchise, I think.
Mhm.
This is called Project Century. We have no idea what it actually is. Um, but I'm here for it day one. They haven't
Yeah.
disappointed me yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just the fact that
No,
oh my
no, no,
goodness.
no.
Okay.
Don't you promise to play this game. You stay away from me and my publisher, my developer.
But yes, yes, I will pretend not to play this game because I'll be playing Infinite Wealth. But yeah, I think this trailer looked really cool. I liked how um they do some world building and then
Mhm.
immediately the guy walks out and gets jumped and you're just like, "Oh, okay. Like, okay, yeah, we're going to be scrapping this game. Like that's what you're doing in this game." Um I think this it's interesting because the mainline Yakuza games, they take place
Mhm.
in the city, right? The one city.
Kamurocho. They branch
Yeah.
off from time to time, but yeah, for the most part.
Do they? Okay. So, do you think it could be a thing of like this is the city, but like back in 1915, I think that's what they said?
I think this
Or
is
do you
something
think this
different
is
completely. I think this is
okay,
something
okay.
different completely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
They're
like
they're
and
trying to go
it's
for the
super bloody.
seamless. Yeah, I mean, so is Yakuza, but it looks like they're trying to
Yeah,
go for
that's
the
true.
seamless combat route, the way they run up, and
Just
then
start
again,
attacking
they
immediately.
could have turned off the overlays. Cause I know in Yakuza, when a fight starts,
Yeah.
some overlay. Like I'm wondering how immersive they're gonna try to get with this, because you do have some games that has no UI on the screen, you know?
Yeah. So, one thing I noticed that I don't think anyone really called out is that in this shot right here, right?
Mhm.
The guy's eyes are blue.
You think
Like
anybody have some powers or something?
yeah, like slightly glowing blue. I'm just like, that doesn't seem normal. And I was thinking, okay, well, maybe
Oh,
it's
that's
like
how their eyes were back then, DJ. Come on now.
just glowing blue. No wonder they were so cool. Oh my gosh.
Right. You didn't
But
study history books?
no, I was drawing in that class. But yeah, like I think this is going to be a really cool thing. I find it weird that they called it Project Century and not
Mhm.
like just Yakuza. So I don't know when we'll actually get this game if they're that early on where it still has that project name and not like
Yeah.
official thing. But I mean, also they
Or
work
they're just
really
not ready
fast.
to, announce it just like,
Yeah.
Forspoken with Project Athia for however
Oh
long
yeah,
that
that's
was.
true. That's true.
What
That's
I
true. That's a
find
good point.
interesting is that they're also working on, the next Virtual Fighter.
Mhm, mhm. I'm not gonna bother with that because, I'm gonna
Yeah,
find it
were you
offensive
into
at
that
that
game
point.
at all, or you didn't play that?
Not at all. No, not at all. I mean, I think what we saw of it looked really cool,
Mhm.
but overall, like, Tekken has been my 3D fighter of choice, and even back in the day when I was, like, actually playing Virtual Fighter, it was just like, this moves really slow, it feels really, like, clunky, and I think that was a point where it's like Tekken is moving a lot faster than this game. It's just like I'm going to stick with Tekken because I feel like that's just a better fighter. But I think it is cool that they are bringing a new fighter to the field, especially Virtual Fighter, where we haven't seen Virtual Fighter in years. So actually no, that's a lie. There was that Virtual Fighter like remake or something that came out recently,
Ah.
but this is a new Virtual Fighter game. But yeah, I think I'm more excited for Project Century than I am for Virtual Fighter. But overall, I think both of those games looked really good. The next game that I want to bring up is Rematch, and this is from Slow Clap, the seafood developers. This has been dubbed FIFU on like I think there's like the top comment on their YouTube video. And I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Um,
Who was the game for, though? Because I mean, like, who's playing this over, EA Football Club?
me, this guy right here. This guy right here. I
Alright, I hope it
actually
was
like
worth it.
soccer games, but I don't like simulation sports games. Like I like
Mhm.
arcadey sports games, and we just don't get that anymore. So that's just been
Yeah,
something
true,
that I
true,
just
true.
don't. Yeah, I just don't delve into that. So the fact that they are putting like I tried Rocket League, but I dislike um the
It's okay to
learning.
say you suck at it.
Okay, I sucked at it, but it was a thing of like I didn't like how the game played because just like okay, I have to
Yeah,
invest a
let you bend
lot
the
of
controls to the
time.
way you liked it. It's okay. Just tell the people what
Yes, and
true.
I couldn't even do actually, I think you can customize the controls in that game. But anyways, I was just like, I'm not gonna spend my time on this game. But I am gonna spend my time oh, there we go. I am gonna spend my time on Thifu because this looks really cool. I think from the art style of it, the aesthetics of it, I think it looks cool. The someone actually pointed out that when you're actually watching the game,
Yeah.
if you look in the middle of the screen, there's a reticle. So this is like a third person, I guess you can call it a soccer shooter because
Hmm.
it seems like that is how you are.
Okay.
Yeah. So a couple of things that was kind of talked about after this trailer is that the ball doesn't go out; it bounces off of the invisible walls. Um, Unfortunately, there's no fouling in this game, even though this is Sifu. Like I was hoping you can throw hands at some point, but you can't. But it seems that their idea is that they just want it to be like a nonstop soccer match,
Yeah.
and they wanted to remove those barriers of when it would stop. So that was kind of the point of their choices. So I think that looks really cool. I there's no there's no release date on that, right? There's no release date. Let me
Summer
go over here.
2025.
Oh, summer 2025. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I already said I already signed up for the beta. I just yeah, I just did that just to hope and pray because I'm not Sean, but I'll try my best. Okay, and then
Alright, I'll
the
sign up for it since you told me off.
right. I appreciate that. That way, one of us can play that game. But
I'll get it and ignore the email, just like Harry Potter. I'm never gonna play it, EA, leave me alone.
You're like, come on, John, you play all of our
Stop
stuff, or you play
stop
all the
emailing me.
games. Okay, so the last game that I wanted to bring up was Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Um, did you play Onimusha before?
I'm sure I played it back in the day, but I never finished it because I didn't like, I wasn't pressed, I didn't buy it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
I
it's like
get that. I gotta do this age thing again. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna figure this out. Because I'll tell you what, I ain't doing all that
"What,
again.
Hank Hill?"
So yeah, funny enough, I think I was never an Onimusha person. I
Mm,
thought I thought it looked really, really pretty. I thought it looked cool. But in terms of actually playing the games, I was just like, I don't really like any of this. The reason why I'm excited for it now, I think there is a lot of it's been a very long time since we've had an Onimusha game. And I think that that could give them the ability to update all the combat, update all the controls, and just make this a modern like samurai game that is like kind of horror-ish. You got demons and stuff happening, but I think that could be really cool. So that's kind of where my hopes are for the trailer. I got a work email. What the hell? No, absolutely not. Not at
mm.
this time. Not at this hour. How dare you? So yeah, here we go. I got the trailer. Thank you. So yeah, um, oh, this is just got a really slow build up. So I actually called this trailer out pretty early on because I was like, "Is that a soul? Is that a soul floating?" I was like, "There's only one thing that really does like this floating soul stuff," and I was just like, by the time they started like moving a little fast, I was like, "Oh, this is Onimusha. This is Onimusha." And then I'm actually getting ahead of the actual trailer. But then you see the actual like soul gauntlet of the main character's name. I think his name Jin. Is his name Jin? I could be wrong. We're gonna say his name is Jin. I could be. If I'm wrong, guys, sorry. I'm not a diehard Onimusha person. I apologize.
You
But
son of a bitch.
but yeah, like I think this trailer like visually looks really good.
Mhm.
I think I'm pretty sure this is also in the Resident Evil engine that Capcom's making all their games in right now. Um yeah, man. I think if Capcom looks at Black Myth Wukong and they're like, okay, that is a heavy action game with not souls like mechanics, but the game is just not easy. Like they can kind of do something like that with Onimusha and make it work because it's it's a parallel I can easily done. Oh geez, okay, we're skipping out of that. So yeah, so that's basically the games that I really wanted to talk about in terms of what they shown. There was a couple other games that I thought was interesting too. The Elden Ring Night Rain, which was the um Elden Ring kind of multiplayer experience, kind of a roguelike. Um, a lot of people are just kind of up in the air about what this is because no one really expected to get this kind of experience from Elden Ring. I think it looks really cool. Um, I think the also the weird thing about this is that there was a news article after the Game Awards from Sony saying that they're officially confirming that they have plans to buy out uh Kadokawa, the parent company of From Software.
That's not their main reason to buy it, but we'll see how this
Yeah,
goes.
exactly. Yeah. But I get I say that by saying like in a way this is them kind of having another live service game in a weird way. Like it's not like live service, but it's like another multiplayer game. But
Yeah.
yeah, and we also don't know when that buyout's actually going to happen if it's actually going to work with this. Then we got Dispatch, which was the it's like you're not a superhero, but you send superheroes out to do stuff. I
Mhm.
think that looks really cool. That's a really interesting concept. I'm willing to give that a try. Then we have Turok Origins. That was a hit for you, right? Or was it just like, oh, that's interesting.
I never really got into Turok back in the day, so I mean, like, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sort of the same way. Every time I played Turok, I was like, I wish I was playing GoldenEye instead. Yeah. We got the Okami sequel announcement. I think that is interesting for the people who love Okami. I'm not really one of those people, but I respect Okami. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Um, we have Slay the Spire 2.
Yay.
I know that's a big thing. Yeah. And then last day we have actual trailer for Borderlands 4. And the reason why I bring this up is because as most people felt when they saw this trailer, they were just kind of like, what the hell? Because when we first saw the teaser trailer last, I think in Summer Game Fest or whatever,
Yeah.
the trailer had a completely different art style to it, and it was like a more realistic look. And we're just like, oh, they're changing the art style, and it's just like, no, that was just for a trailer. It's like, okay, so why would you do that? Like that is such a weird thing to do. And again, it's Borderlands 4. It's like, all right, whatever. If you're excited for that game, I'm happy for you. I really am. I just felt kind of weird that we got the different art styles between trailers for this one game. That was kind of it for the games. I did want to bring up the Larian boss Sven Viknik, Vicky. It's a Vicky.
Mm.
Uh, he went on stage when he was presenting the game of the year because his game Baldur's Gate 3 won game of the year, yes, game of the year last year. And he basically went on stage and just called out the entire industry
Didn't
again
give a
because he's really good at
goddamn.
doing it. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like, he's like, you get these games of the year by having a team who is excited to play and make the games that they make. And they're not, and they're not forced to make these games to fit marketing or fit revenue streams or whatever. And it's just he's basically saying like, hey, look, let developers make the games they want to make and not force them to make games that you want them to make, i.e. CEOs of these publishers and like, hey, we need to make this game to try and make money, i.e. live service games. So yeah, that was cool. We do have quick hits, but we're not gonna bother with any of them.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it in terms of what we've been playing. Do you have anything you've been playing?
More Balatro
More
until
Balatro?
I get the time to try maybe Marvel Rivals or finish
Yeah,
Lego Horizon or something, but
yeah, yeah,
more Balatro.
yeah. I have the Dynasty Warriors Origins demo on my PS5, just kind of waiting, and I haven't touched it yet. I also wanted to play the Astrobot Christmas level,
Yeah,
but
I need to play all the extra stuff they released for that.
yeah, I'm probably gonna do a bunch of that over the Christmas break, and we could probably talk about on the next the podcast after that break or whatever.
Yeah.
We also need to figure out what we're gonna do for that whole break and stuff, but we'll talk about that later on. Um, that's kind of it. Oh, Marvel Rivals. I will say, if you haven't played with Star Lord, play with Star Lord. He is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Mm. I've
Don't
played
play
with
with
almost
Star-Lord.
all. Don't trust
Whatever
me.
DJ says, do not pick it up.
Don't do it. Play with Hulk. Hulk sucks. Hulk really the kid's bad. No, Black Panther's kid is probably the worst kid out of the entire game. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I love Wakanda forever, but his kid is not forever. They need to change
So
that
Wakanda sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah, on a good day. All right. Well, that's it. That has been it for Press X Start Gamers Digest. I don't know. I just had I was thrown into the past. I was going to do a whole different outro. But yes, that has been it for this episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as you enjoyed making it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. After you hit the notification bell, click on it again and open it up and check the different options that you have and make sure you have, get all of our notifications all the time. Do it. If you are listening and you're not watching, you know what? That's fine. Just as long as you are like paying attention to our content, we appreciate that. But you can also leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're using. We'd also appreciate that too. And then again, as I said at the beginning of this cast, if you want, you can join our Discord at pressx2start.com/Discord. I hit my mic. I apologize for that. I'm sorry. All right. That has been it. That has been it for this episode where we talked about games and announcements and people calling out the industry. Yeah, we did it. We did it.
You
All right,
did it,
guys.
Reddit.
See ya.